Claude Fable 5 is Anthropic's most capable model yet. AI channels like these are getting millions of views, just like this one right here, which is a Amish channel, and sometimes making thousands of dollars per video, as you can see over here on the estimated earnings tab. We can use Fable 5 and Claude Code to analyze these channels in depth and even to help generate our own videos. I used it to take inspiration from this Amish channel, for example, and then I plugged that into VidRush, and this is what I got.
Americans spend hundreds every summer keeping their homes cool. Century-old Amish farmhouses in Pennsylvania manage it for roughly $4. The technique was researched, documented, and then quietly dropped from modern home building. The question is why? During the post-war housing boom of the 1960s,
So as you can see, we have a full video ready. And if I had my camera here, we also have a thumbnail as well. And you can, of course, make edits in the timeline before rendering it up here in the top right. For reference, here's a video of theirs that got 1.2 million views.
You're standing at the mouth of a tunnel that runs underneath an Amish farmhouse in Holmes County, Ohio. No wires, no compressor, no thermostat, and the air coming out of it is 55 degrees.
They actually used the same tool called VidRush. Now, this is where Fable 5 comes in. It helps us to analyze and understand why it did so well so that we can use that in VidRush to make good videos. So all I'm going to do with the project I made is all I have to do is copy this link up here of their successful video, and we're just going to paste it right into the project. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to get the transcript of the video. So everything that was said in the video, it's going to get the title, it's going to get the views, it's going to grab as much information as it can, and then it's going to build us a strategy and a summary around why that video did so well. Now, once it's done, it's going to give us this detailed breakdown of why the video did so good. So it's got the performance, and then it's got why it works. So the title, the hook, how exactly the video was worded, how the story worked, and we can read through this to kind of figure out why the video did so well. Then what it's going to do is it's going to give us 3 new angles based on that video. So we can go through these and pick one, and then it will start to build us our own video that we can work on. So let's go with number 3. So I'm just going to send it number 3 to let it know that we want to go deeper into 10 items Mormon families store for a full year and why FEMA studied how they did it. There we go. And now we have a VidRush prompt that we can copy, bring over into VidRush, and paste right here. And then once we send this off, we can pick some more settings, and then that's how we can start to build our video inside of VidRush, which is actually the exact process that I used to build this one right here. In this video, we're going to go over how to build this exact Claude Code system using Fable 5 to analyze any YouTube video you want, and then ultimately prepare a VidRush prompt for that video. Will from our community here was able to make $4,000 using the AI systems I talk about on my channel. So if you want to use AI to help you in your YouTube journey, this video is for you. Before we get started with the build, these are the costs. So for Claude, we're going to need the $20 a month plan to actually be able to build the whole project properly. And VidRush to actually generate the videos from the prompts is going to be $100 a month. So the total is about $120 a month for the entire system. So if you haven't already, you're just going to want to go to Google and search download Claude. This is where we will download the Claude desktop app to actually build the project. So you can click download for Windows right here, or Mac if you're on Mac. Once you download it, you're just going to want to sign in, and then you're good to go. Once you're here on Claude, you're just going to want to make sure you're on the code section up here on the top left. Make sure you have selected code, and this is where we're going to actually build the project. So down here, click on this little file area right here and click on open folder. I'm just going to go on desktop, and you're just going to want to right click, go new folder, and create a new folder, and this is where the project is actually going to be built. So I already have a blank folder right here called YouTube Mixer, and I'm just going to select that folder and trust workspace. I'm going to set mine to bypass permissions. It just speeds things up, but that's optional if you want to do that or not. Now, In the description of the video, you are going to be able to find this prompt right here, which is going to help us actually build the whole project. What it is it's the description of what we went through in the beginning of the video of the project. So it describes everything we want, where we send the link, and then we get back the information and so on. Before we send this off, just make sure you're on Fable 5 down here in the bottom right. If it's not available for you, that's okay. You can still use Opus 4.8, but Fable 5 is pretty dang good. So once you've copied this from the description, you're just going to want to send that off and get it started. Now, one of the first things it's going to ask you is about the vidrush capabilities doc and the vidrush prompting guide. Now, what we're going to do is, if it doesn't ask you that first, that's okay. You can still follow along with what we're going to do right now, which is grab the vidrush capabilities and the vidrush prompt guide just to kind of teach it a little bit more about how vidrush works. So you can find a link to this in the description where you can download these two text documents. And then in the same folder that you picked earlier within Claude, so the same folder that we're building this in that we picked at the start, we're going to paste those two text documents into there. And we'll just say I'll paste drop them in now so that it has them for building. All right, so now it's asking for scraping YouTube data with no API keys. Is it okay for the skill to auto-install Python packages on first run? We're just going to say yes, Python via pip recommended. We don't want to use any API keys for this one. So it's asking once we pick one of the numbers, right? So just like 3, just like we did, do we just want the prompt and a description, or do we want title options 2? Let's just say title options 2. So then we have titles, descriptions, and prompts all to choose from. Where should the numbered output folders live? We can just say in this project folder, which is the same file folder we made at the start. All right, so let's just ask for those two vidrush docs. We're just going to say, I've just added them. Enter. All right, so it looks like it's built it and it's all done and ready to go. So I'm just going to open the sidebar over here. You can select the project you're working on to make it a lot cleaner. And then we can click on new session. And as you can see, we're still selected into this project. And we can just send the link to, I'm going to send a link to this Amish video. These example niches are in the description if you want to check them out. I'm going to send this example video and we're going to see how it does. So it looks like it's just done a breakdown, just like we wanted it to, of why that video did so well. Then it gave us the 3 angles. So let's go ahead and pick number 3 here. 12 things your great grandmother never bought because she made them for pennies. And we'll see how it handles that. And now it's created us a framework for the third video. So we have a vidrush ready prompt right here. And something I want to point out is use the following lines as the exact hook content. Don't change anything. Open your grandmother's kitchen cupboard in 1950, yada, yada, right? This is based on the same format as the successful video. So it's folding that in to the prompt to make sure our videos are improved and with the same format. If we scroll down, we also have a description we can use if we want to as well. And we have some title options for whichever we think is a good title for the video. Now, we have this vidrush prompt, but this isn't very useful to us if we don't actually have vidrush set up. We're going to set up vidrush in 1 second, but first we have to go back to our actual session where we built the project. And there's one more thing that's going to really help the project. So we're just going to say, create a Claude MD file with project context and hit enter. This is just going to help for when we make new sessions. We can still talk with it and we don't always have to use this one. And it's just going to give it a lot more context so that we can always improve it and change it however we want. Now that that's done, let's get into actually setting up and using vidrush. So vidrush is currently on waitlist only. However, if you use the link in the description and you use my referral code, which is COINAGI, you can actually bypass the waitlist. This is what vidrush looks like once you're signed in. So we can go back to Claude and back to our session where we actually generated the vidrush prompt. And we can go ahead and click on copy right here. Now we can bring that into vidrush and paste that right here to describe our video to the software. Now, right here, we're going to need to build a brand profile. So right down here in the bottom left, just click on a new brand profile. I'm just going to name mine test. You can name it after your channel and then click on next. So we're going to choose our language. There's only English and German right now. So I'm going to pick English. For the voiceover, you can pick whichever voice you want. You can go through and choose whichever one you like, whichever one suits your channel.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh,
Honestly, stop overthinking it.
featuring a warm, measured, and clear tone.
that one's a little better. So we can choose that one. In creative assets, we can choose the background image when there's photos or videos being overlaid. So you can choose the background image that suits your channel and the theme which suits your channel as well. So we'll just go with standard theme. Then you can come up here and click on Save Brand Profile. And now to create our video, all we got to do is click this little blue arrow. Now it's going to find outliers on our topic for a thumbnail reference for our video. So it's going to know what our video is about and then create us a thumbnail, and we can pick one of these and it will look similar to the one we pick here. You can also add a custom URL. Let's say we can pick this one right here because we like this style. Actually, I'm not going to pick this one because this one makes it look like it's going to be an animation. We could do is pick this one. This one looks a little bit more realistic or something like this, and it'll make it a grandma or whatever. Then we can click continue. Then you can just review your settings. This is all based on the prompt. Approve and continue, approve and continue, approve and continue. I don't have enough credits for this video, but once you click approve and continue right here, it's actually gonna start creating the entire video. And once it's done, it's gonna look like this from earlier, where you can go in and make any edits that you want before coming up here to render the video when you're done editing it to actually download the file. And of course, the thumbnail down in the bottom right as well. That's going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to never miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.